though, touches on what's considered kind of a touchy subject of colorism, especially in the African American community. For those who don't know, what exactly is colorism?
So you may have not noticed, but I'm a pretty dark-skinned individual. I know that may have passed you, but so growing up, being dark-skinned was considered, it was bad. And so for me, I was able to get over it, just get past it. But this one particular instance, my daughter called me crying. It was a school project they were working on, and some other lighter-skinned kids were in the group with her, and she's not as dark as me, but she's not very light either.
Right.
And so she called me crying, complaining about how they were talking about her. And so I broke a story down to her, and I explained to her that her black was beautiful. A couple of days later, God just put it on my mind like that maybe other individuals, other little girls going through the same thing need to hear this message as well.
And the adults who love them need to know that it still exists.
It does. It's very real.
I think for maybe many Caucasians, they don't even realize that it is as strong as that either. So it would be good. This is a book not just for African Americans, in other words.
So why do you think we do this to one another, especially within, in some cases, within our own community?
It's a very deep subject. It's kind of more about the closer to, I guess the light would be the closer to white, right? And so the darker would be the more cynical of us. And so it's a very deep subject.
So you've written before. In fact, writing got you through some of the bullying and all that you had as you did as a child, or got as a child. Was it harder, though, to write a book for children that they could relate to and that they could get something from than it was for adults? It
was more difficult because even when talking to my daughter, I had to dumb the message down a little bit,
yeah,
so I wouldn't go. She's 9.
Oh yeah.
So I wouldn't go over her head, but at the same time hit the power points that I needed to hit.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, did the message, the positive message, reach her? Has she had a chance to obviously read the book? Have others? And what do you hope the takeaway will be?
It reached her, and now she's just this beautiful princess with all this confidence in the world. If anybody says anything to her, now she just lights up, and she's more confident in who she is. So it worked, and because it worked for her, I just know it'll work for everybody else.
How do you go about making that work? Well, I mean, not giving away the entire book here, but how do you go about addressing it?
It's a repetitive thing. Like every day, you just talk. Every time she talks to me, I'm making sure I compliment her. You know you're beautiful, right? You know you're daddy's princess, right? And at the same time, keeping her humble, so it doesn't.
It's a fine line.
Right. But it's just a constant, repetitive thing, and just a reminder, because we tell ourselves negative things about ourselves all day anyway.
We sure do.
So I say, like, self-love is the best love, but self-hate starts early. It really does. So in order for us to get it in the long haul, we gotta make it.
And
what keeps you inspired, though? Because even in your own personal life, very quickly here, you've gone through a lot.
I have. My kids, all 4 of them, keep me inspired, and to look at them and see myself in them, it gives me the no quit, no nonsense attitude. So no matter what happens to me, it's like it's not even about me. It's about the legacy I leave. So every time I hit a wall, I look back and I see them, and I'm like, I got to keep going.
That's
I'm sure
awesome.
you see a lot of chocolate kisses there, don't
Absolutely.
you?
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Keep working. We know you're working on another project, so we will see you again.